love you. I know. I love you. I love you so much. I love you. I love you. God bless you.
Do you guys remember when Logan Paul went to that forest, filmed himself with that dead body and then uploaded it to his YouTube channel? That is literally how Erica Kirk was acting at Charlie's funeral. And it wasn't just a quick close-up of the flowers or the program. She posted a close-up photo and video of his dead body, adjusting his tie, holding his hand, posing with the medallion on his chest. That is not grieving privately, that is staged content. And yes, on its own, maybe you could chalk it up to shock or not knowing what's appropriate, but those images side by side with the speech that she gave at the funeral, you know, the one filled with militant language and open threats, it starts to look very different. And that's not mourning, that's messaging, that's marketing. You're turning a dead man's body into a political prop and turning his funeral into propaganda. And that's the reason that everybody is reacting this way. It is not about nitpicking how somebody grieves. It's about grief being turned into performance, a spectacle used to intimidate, glorify, and send a message. And that's the part that concerns people. If even in death, Charlie Kirk's image is being weaponized, what do you think comes next?
Unhinged. Unhinged. Did you see this? This is absolutely unhinged. Erica Kirk posted a video of her kissing his dead hands in his open casket. Unhinged. When my brother died after a motorcycle accident when he was 20, and we had to go to the funeral home to look at his body and his makeup because we had open casket. It was my mom, my grandma, and I, well, after I passed out. You know what I wasn't thinking about? I wasn't thinking about taking pictures. I definitely wasn't thinking about posting pictures. I was grieving. I didn't even know what was going on. And I am almost convinced that this is all part of a plan, because he wanted to go down as a martyr, and they are trying to incite a civil war. How many parents have shared online pictures of their kids' little dead bodies after they were gunned down in a school? We should release the video, because I'm sure there's video footage in Minnesota of the assassination and attempted assassination of the lawmakers there, because obviously people saw what happened in Utah, and so I understand that there's going to be a reaction after so many people saw it happen. But maybe that's why there's not a reaction for the lawmakers in Minnesota, because they didn't see it. But I'm sure it was identical to what we watched in Utah. This is unhinged, absolutely and utterly unhinged. It is disgusting. And you know, she posted that fiery comment and that the press conference, I don't know what it was, basically a call to action that if you loved Charlie and you are a young person, do what Charlie would want you to do. And then she posts this. It's dangerous. It is dangerous. It's shameful. It is absolutely shameful.
Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. This is Hosting Stories KE, and personally I hope and believe you're doing super great and fine whenever you will be watching this episode from. Now, the other day we saw a very unfortunate incident that happened in Utah University, the shooting of Charlie Kirk in public in front of the wife and the family. But now 2 days later, we expected to see the wife giving out a speech as a grieving wife. But now, some sudden scene happened. After the wife gave out, before the wife gave out the speech, some unfortunate incident were witnessed. The wife, on her Instagram or on her socials, she posted a video of her kissing Charlie Kirk's corpse and posted the videos and the pictures of her and Charlie Kirk. And this has just sparkled a lot of reaction because posting your husband's corpse on an inside an open coffin is another way of mourning. But now going to post this on on your social media so that the people can see has really sparkled a lot of speculations and reactions, with people terming these actions as very unhinged. Let's watch what the people had to say about this, and then I'll be giving my commentaries at the end.
I'm actually legitimately shocked at how far they're going with the social media production of this entire thing. Like, it's the fact that we're posting these things on social media with a perfect manicure. Like, those are the freshest nails that got done before this happened. And we're showing corpse hands of someone who is the love of your life on social media in a carousel. We're in full glam at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday morning. And when she says that she told her children that Charlie's on a business trip with Jesus to be able to pay for their blueberry budget, she literally said that. So now your kids are going to internalize that and say something, you know, like, well, we don't have to eat fruit if daddy will just come home. There's an elevated stage with an entire audience at Air Force 2. We're tagging people in the photos too. Like, we're not just stopping to have somebody take them. We're tagging people in them. Her being mic'd up and then kissing his hands, speaking during that whole time. This is my first social media death, I think.
Who did the body? White people, if you're watching, us black people have an old Negro spiritual saying or question that we ask when we lose one of our own. Who got the body? Who got the body? Who did the body? Who's doing the body? Because it is very important when one of us passes away that they get our skin tone right. Oftentimes when one of us passes away, the makeup comes out gray. It just don't be right. So after we ask what happened to the person, how did this person pass away, our next question is, who got the body? So I ask of you, my white friends, who in the hell did his body? Why are his hands orange? And I'm not trying to be insensitive to what happened or to the subject at hand. Clearly, she posted this shit being performative, so we might as well perform about it. There was no reason on God's green earth for us to have to see this other than she is sending a message and she is trying to enrage their following to do something in his name. And while we're here, let's talk about how she said that she told their children that daddy's at a business meeting with Jesus and they're picking blueberries or some shit like that. Yeah, so one day the kids are gonna be like, I don't want no fucking blueberries, I want my daddy back. So that was a bad idea. Secondly, it could have been a teachable moment because unfortunately death happens. None of us are promised to live forever. So it's a teachable moment to teach your children what heaven is if you're a Christian. Teach your kids about right and wrong, good and bad, and teach your kids if you put out bad in the universe, comes back to you tenfold.
That video of Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica Kirk, rubbing all over Charlie Kirk's dead body and mourning him was honestly a little bit more disturbing to me than the actual footage of what happened to Charlie Kirk. That video of her rubbing his dead body made me so uncomfortable, and I don't know why. She literally grieves different. Like, why did she post that? I just feel like that was way too personal to be like uploading to Instagram. And then that speech she gave, the fake tears, the voice. She's trying to keep Turning Point going. She's trying to keep it going. She's trying to keep the violence going. She talked about how she's basically a scorned widow and you guys don't know what you guys have started. I don't know who you guys is because the shooter was a white male from Utah. So this is like some inner like conservative white on white crime going on. Just in the past 24 hours learned who Nick Fuentes is. Alt-right, white nationalist. Apparently he's like Charlie Kirk but on steroids. Apparently Charlie Kirk was moderate. Like, Nick Fuentes is definitely giving the vibes like he would just go out in his white robe right on national television. And apparently they're saying that's who's gonna be on the rise next. So
Yeah, Buki, the call is coming from inside the house, and whoever did the body did a good job. Now, Charlie Kirk's wife recently, well, she got the body, child, and she posted these images, I believe, of him getting a medal from the president. I'm not entirely sure the title of the medal, but baby, she'd have posted the body. And also other images of her kissing the body. I mean, we've seen this at funerals. This is nothing new. It's really what most widows and loved ones do to their loved ones, right? I think the internet was a little bit more alarmed that she posted it, like, because mostly funerals are pretty private. But after she had posted those images of his funeral, child, she then posted this message. You could pause to read it. I'm not going to read it, but she basically blaming everybody but the call coming from inside the house. Now, after she had made this post, she then took and did a speech, child. Let me play the speech.
The evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love.
Girl.
But they should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country.
Erica, please. Okay? We giving you some grace because you lost your husband. But the fact that you keep saying they, them, and you guys, who was you guys? They found the assailant. It is this man right here. Girl, I don't know what power trip they done put you on, girl, but get off that ride immediately. And instead of coming for all of the internet for what your husband was saying, you need to download JPay and talk to the person who did it.
Guys, I'm a little bit of a mess. My husband just died and I have to go get my nails done because we're gonna have like a little vigil. Right now, I'm having them fast track the entire process to like embalm him and stuff because I need to get mic'd up, you know, kiss his hand and do my little speech. I've been practicing for like a year now. The speech is gonna be freaking amazing. I think it's very believable. I mean, literally, all I gotta do is look nice, put some makeup on, and tell the world how I feel. Even if I'm just, you know, reading from the script or whatever. I did sign my NDA. I don't even know why I'm telling you guys all this. This is once I do my hand kissing thing with him in the coffin. It's just a pretend guy. I don't know. They showed me the picture and the hands. I don't think they're ready yet. They look a little bit yellow and not really believable. So I told them I need to like fix that as soon as I get there because I'm gonna have my nails done any fucking second now. All right, I gotta go. Bye.
I kind of don't even know if I should add more to the mix of all that's on TikTok and social media about this. I feel like we're just inundated with so much garbage right now and just what everyone thinks. But I do want to say for the record that I was absolutely grief-stricken by Charlie Kirk being assassinated in front of our eyes. I wasn't even a fan of his. It was horrific what we watched. And yeah, that doesn't mean that I don't care about school shootings. That doesn't mean I don't care about people dying in Gaza. Like, I don't understand why there's a correlation. I don't want any of that. I was shot in a bank robbery in 1991, and I'm still Second Amendment. I'm still pro Second Amendment for many reasons. It's who's behind the guns, not the guns, obviously. So there's that. But I am having a very hard time with Charlie Kirk's wife's speech 2 days after his death. I don't get what I just watched. The emotion wasn't there. There was fake tears. It felt like she was promoting her church at the same time. It was all too ready to go with the podium and a poster of him. I feel like she was giving some kind of speech for a pageant. The whole thing made me really question what the hell is going on. It did not make sense. And if there's anybody that's watching that thought that that was beautiful and wonderful, wake up. That was weird. Where was the I can hardly even get through this because I lost my husband? It should have been very difficult to even be speaking. Why was this even happening 48 hours later? And the threats that were made during, I don't know, the whole thing's bizarre. And then now I see today the video of her hovering over his body. Well, what we think is his body, we don't even really know anything for sure. Nothing is real anymore. But somebody who's clearly like right over her, behind her, which is weird, while she does ASMR. I love you. I love you. Weird. Weird. What is going on? This is all a big show. Why are people falling for this? Like, wake up. This is really strange.
I did a video yesterday about Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's wife, and I was just like, that whole monologue thing that she did was super weird. Like, it didn't even feel like it was real. Like, something was just so off, and the entire thing was propped and staged. It was so weird. And then I saw a picture of her at the casket, and mostly it was just like her hair, and I was like, that hair doesn't even look the same. Like, I'm so confused. I'm just scrolling and I come across these two pictures. I'm going to show them. Okay, this one, what? This, what? Look at the eyebrows. Look at the way the eyes are shaped. Look at how big her teeth are. What? Okay, hold on. Okay, so here's the girl that was in the monologue on the top left, and these other ones are of Erica. I'm not going crazy, right? Like, that's not the same person, which would make so much sense because she was way too, like, you know what I'm saying? Look a little bit fakey. But I'm waiting for people like Candace Owens to come out and be like, that was not Erica, because Candace knows Erica. Like, I think she was at their wedding. Like, she knows them. So, I don't know. Like, tell me what you think. I don't want to, like, spread shit or be conspiracy, but I saw it and I was like, this can make so much sense why this whole entire thing is like, Oh, and then I saw Megyn Kelly. She was like, it's really making her mad that Fox News is, like, using Charlie as, like, their warrior cry, because she's like, they shunned him. They didn't want him on. He's been on twice this entire year, and they had no interest in even working with him. Like, he was an embarrassment to them. But now, like, they're totally prophesizing on it and using him as this martyr. I don't agree with anything Charlie stands on. He's a little bit wackadoo for me, but, like, we need to understand the propaganda that's happening. And if this whole entire thing, it just feels really weird and wrong. And then if they're, like, having a stand-in go for the wife, which would make sense because I wouldn't be able to even breathe. So, like, but fakey-dakey, propagandy, you know what I'm saying?
Erica Kirk is not Jacqueline Kennedy, although I'm pretty sure she thinks she is. Jackie was a legend in memorializing and preserving the legacy of her husband, not parading staged videos of her kissing his corpse around social media. She didn't allow JFK's corpse and her grief to be exploited for the public to leer on, and she certainly didn't do it herself, insisting that the casket remain closed. Instead of standing on stage proclaiming that his death has ignited a fire and that his business will continue on, she worked behind the scenes to preserve his legacy through interviews, through his presidential library, and most importantly, through his children. See, while Erica is telling their 3-year-old that daddy's on a work trip with Jesus to be able to afford her Blueberry budget, side note, weird amount of guilt you're giving a toddler that she's somehow responsible for daddy being with Jesus, Jackie was instructing their 3-year-old how to salute a casket, instructing him, John, you can salute daddy now and say goodbye to him. No blueberries, just reality. But I guess since Charlie Kirk is certainly no JFK, he had to marry an Erica, not a Jackie.
Personally, I believe that was so totally wrong because, they have children. Yeah, Charlie Kirk had 2 children. And these kids, we are in an era where social media is now overtaking and it is everywhere. People are using social media every day. And in this 21st century, these kids in the next coming 4 years or so will also be on this social media. And remember, the wife has already told these kids that the husband is on a journey with Jesus so that they can afford blah, 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 blah. But now, when they come to know about something called death, of which maybe personally or maybe right now they understand, they will have access to all these pictures and all these videos circulating about their father online. And this may be totally traumatizing because From this moment henceforth, these kids will be trying to heal and move away with it. But now, when they see on their mother's page that the mother, who was the wife to their father, posted the pictures and videos of her and their father crying on a casket and kissing the corpse, will really, really traumatize them, because they are trying to heal and then boom, they go, and then all the memories since that day start coming back. They will never heal from this. Okay, even if that was not there, actually no one will ever heal from losing a parent, but at least they can try and live with it. But now, discovering that your mother actually posted your father's pictures on social media, maybe these kids might get offended after seeing this and after understanding the aspect of death in future. So personally, and in my point of view, I believe this was totally wrong. The wife shouldn't have done that. Maybe he could have just taken those pictures and those videos, just keep them for her own memories. But now going to post them will sparkle a lot of debate, will sparkle a lot of reactions. And these reactions, some might even trigger these kids, because people will be talking. These videos are not going to be deleted anytime soon. Coming 2050, these videos will still be there. If you search the Google, it will all still be there. Video referring to the incident that happened will still be there. These kids will going to access them. Yeah, the future generation is going to access them. So I personally believe maybe it was a wrong thing, but I don't know. You do tell me what to think about this, because everyone and every person has their own way of mourning, but maybe that was Erica's Kirk way of mourning the husband, and maybe trying to keep memories, the last memories with the husband. You to tell me what you think about this, guys. The comment section is open. Of course, let's have a discussion about this, and I hope to see you in our next episode. In the meantime, subscribe.